Hello, this is Eric. Hi. Would I be interested in doing a media interview on barefoot shoes? On one condition: we stop calling them barefoot shoes. Why? Well, most runners frown at the phrase barefoot shoes, but if we call them natural shoes, most runners out there want the benefits that come with natural strength. Awesome. All right, here we go. The other end is that if you look at the marathoners who are using the super shoes, those super shoes work. You're never ever going to convince these people that are concerned about improving their performance to change the shoes they're using. You never will. But if we say, okay, here's a tool that's going to help you become a stronger runner that you might be able to use some of the time, now they're interested. So I try to get away from an all or nothing approach, because if you tell someone who loves their Hokas, you can't run in your Hoka, they're never going to listen to you and they're going to shut you down. Just like going to the gym. If you say, hey, you have to stop running and spend all your time in the gym to get stronger, no runner is going to listen to you. But if you say, hey, if you can do some of this on top of what you're doing from a running standpoint, that's going to completely transform your running, now they'll listen to you. And that's how we have to speak with about shoes. One clue that they are getting stronger and their feet are ready for more is when their normal shoes or their cushioned shoes start to feel uncomfortable. And that's a great clue, like, oh, you maybe have gotten over that big hurdle of now you can start to really add more time in a barefoot shoe. Most runners, from a running standpoint, aren't strong enough to run in most of these shoes for 5-10 minutes at a time. The structural system of the foot is not strong enough to support their running, and therefore, you get sore calves right away. You're using muscles that you're not used to using, which is why it's such a good strength tool. But those are the first clues of, especially tight calves. Hey, you're doing too much. And I tell people, hey, just go run 5 minutes and see how you feel the next day. Don't overdo it and then see how you feel the next day. Really start easy and just slowly, incrementally see how you're feeling following the day that you use the shoes. So I have a whole foot strengthening protocol that is aimed to develop foot strength in general.
The one leg balance is just that. We're balancing on one leg on our forefoot. The heel is slightly elevated off the ground, so we're nice and strong. You don't want the heel too high. Just be nice and strong, fight for your balance, get stronger through time.
But then I also have movement exercises that really focus on mainly stretching the calves just to keep them lengthened, because again, that's the most that's the most common type of soreness people feel when they're doing this with the new shoes for the first time, is just overworking your calves.
With the straight leg bear crawl, we want to start on all fours again, hands and feet, but now we're going to keep our legs straight as we do our bear crawl forward. And just like the bear crawl, we want to move opposite hand to leg simultaneously with each other. So right leg, left arm, left leg. Try to keep your legs as straight as possible as you do your bear crawl forward.
I have several runners now who are wanting to spend most of their time in these shoes. So I'm actually assigning them to walk in them as well. So they're using them throughout their day, where now every step can be a form of strength training, that even though they're not running, they're still strengthening. So then they're stronger when they do run.